"That's my seat, kid," the white businessman said dismissively, towering over 12-year-old Darius Washington, who sat calmly in first-class seat 3A. The boy held up his boarding pass, but Richard Blackstone barely glanced at it. The flight attendant approached, and without checking either ticket, gestured toward economy. "Perhaps the young man would be more comfortable back there," she suggested with a patronizing smile. Darius felt every eye in first class watching as shame burned in his chest. His million-dollar company and tomorrow's crucial investor meeting suddenly feeling as worthless as the assumptions surrounding him. The morning had started with such promise. Darius had risen at dawn in his family's penthouse overlooking downtown Atlanta, his stomach churning with the familiar mixture of excitement and nerves that preceded every major business presentation. At 12 years old, he had already revolutionized how low-income communities accessed clean energy through his app Ecotech Solutions. But tomorrow's meeting with Sterling Dynamics represented the biggest opportunity of his young career. A chance to secure $50 million in funding that would bring sustainable power to underserved neighborhoods across the nation. His mother, Dr. Amelia Washington, had helped him pack his presentation materials with the same meticulous care she brought to her work as a renowned cardiac surgeon. "Remember, baby," she had said, straightening his navy blazer one final time, "you belong in every room you enter. Your ideas, your innovation, your heart. That's what matters, not what anyone else thinks when they first see you." Those words echoed in his mind now as Richard Blackstone's shadow fell across his seat like a storm cloud blocking the sun. The man's expensive charcoal suit and platinum watch spoke of inherited wealth and unquestioned privilege, the kind of power that had never been challenged or forced to justify its existence. His pale blue eyes held the cold certainty of someone who had spent 53 years believing the world owed him deference simply for existing. "I said that's my seat," Blackstone repeated, his voice rising enough to draw curious glances from other first-class passengers. "I don't know how you got that boarding pass, but I've been flying this route in seat 3A for 15 years. There's obviously been some kind of mistake." Darius looked up at the man with the steady composure that had served him well in boardrooms filled with skeptical adults. "Sir, my boarding pass clearly shows seat 3A. I purchased this ticket 3 weeks ago for my business trip to New York." His voice carried the careful articulation his speech coach had helped him develop, each word precisely chosen to project competence despite his youth. The flight attendant, Sandra Mills, stepped closer with the practiced smile of someone trained to defuse conflicts before they escalated. But instead of examining both boarding passes with equal scrutiny, she focused her attention